One late afternoon, a mysterious woman, who introduces herself as Dr. Reed Rosemary, visits the villa of the old notary, Richard Felton, whom suffers from a strange disease. He is assisted by his personal nurse, Gloria Ashman. After a brief and fruitless conversation, Reed is exposed as an imposter. She has come to the villa to find out what really happened to Felton's missing adopted daughter, Celeste. After being thrown out and refusing to give up, Reed hides until nightfall and sneaks back into the villa to search for clues. As Reed explores the villa, she soon finds herself in the center of her worst nightmare. Richard Felton has killed his wife, Ariana Gallo, and has lost his sanity. Upon learning that Reed has infiltrated the villa, Felton and a mysterious red nun begin hunting Reed. Reed eventually reaches the attic, where a mysterious girl who claims to be called Jennifer is found looming in the shadows. Reed eventually discovers that Richard Felton and the Jennifer in the attic are actually the same person. Richard Felton was born as a woman, but was then forced by her cruel father to live as a man. Phenoxyl, a drug created by Felton, the Ashmans, and Professor Wyman on the Rosagallo farms, was created from a rare breed of parasitic moths to repress and erase traumatic memories. It is revealed that the drug was tested on Felton and the nuns of the nearby convent. The drug caused terrible side effects: hallucinations, severe light sensitivity, and homicidal rage. As Reed was escaping Jennifer, Gloria returns to the villa and offers to help Reed. Gloria drugs Reed, and upon wakening, she finds Gloria forcing Felton to cut out his own tongue and burn himself to death. Gloria reveals that she is the Red Nun, the sole survivor of the fire at the convent, which was started to cover up the phenoxyl experiments. Gloria had been hypnotizing Felton for revenge. After a frantic confrontation, Reed manages to escape Gloria's murderous rage. Just before Gloria passes, she reveals that Celeste is still alive and that she had fled the Felton villa years ago. Reed must continue her search for unanswered questions. If Gloria was the daughter of Felton's associates, the Ashmans, why was she used as a guinea pig for experiments in the convent? Who were the Feltons protecting their daughter from? What happened to Celeste Felton?
Suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. We have the solution to your problem. Phenoxyl. It isolates and removes your torment, be it an old traumatic event or a bad memory. Say goodbye to restless nights and constant churning over it. Forget about it forever. It's finally possible with Phenoxyl.
Monsters. Fucking monsters!
And are you really suggesting that all this time, these people kept these experiments synthesizing this parasite, the moths, that were carried out on the nuns at the plantation a secret, making them intentionally ill as if they were lab rats? Just for this drug?
The phenoxyl, the farm, the moths, the hypnosis, and all those deep and dark family secrets. Family secrets are very dangerous. The most dangerous of any kind. The only way to survive was burying them so far down inside ourselves and to move on. Richard Velton, Oriana Gallo, Professor Wyman, the Ashman sons, Stefano and Gloria Ashman, they all made a choice. And so did I.
So you chose to forget.
For 49 years, I left a part of me behind at that time. I did everything they asked of me. Forget. But one day, that missing puzzle piece resurfaced, like dirt stuck beneath your fingernails. It is there and always has been. Sometimes it is a song, a lullaby, or a certain item. But for me, that missing puzzle piece was a special person. A lonely one, just like me.
Yes. Hello? Who is this? Ashman?
Mr. Ashman.
Andrea!
The girl is here. Shall I let her in?
Go on. Sit down.
You know why you're here, young lady, don't you? Run along now. Oh, and by the way, Lindsay will no longer be a problem for you.
What do you mean?
She insisted that I send you elsewhere. Instead, I have organized to have her transferred to another facility. They will be coming to collect her next week. You may leave.
Hi, Jen. Oh, Andrea. I'll start with room 213.
Did Mr. Ashman have something to do with it?
Shh! Lower your voice! You'll get us thrown out of here.
Helen, you scared me!
I'm sorry.
Ever heard of knocking?
No way. That is so last year. Everything okay with Ashman?
Of course. Fantastic. Never better. Everything is great.
He got angry, didn't he?
Why would you care, Lynn? Tell me.
I was just asking.
Asking what? It's none of your business.
What are you talking about? You can't be upset with me forever.
I'm trying not to be, but my arm keeps reminding me.
I didn't mean to. It was only an accident. Do you have any idea how guilty I feel? Jen, please. I feel so shit about it. I didn't want it to get to this point.
I already know it all. Ashman told me everything.
What are you talking about?
You suggested to him that I be transferred elsewhere. Is that what you wanted?
You're really a bitch sometimes.
A bitch who let herself be fooled. But no, in the end, you withdrew yourself. You didn't want to get in trouble.
I didn't want to get in trouble. Well said. You think we would have gotten away with it, right?
Go away, Lynn. Leave me alone.
No! You're going to let me speak.
Go away!
Jen, please! Open the fucking door!
Door! Fuck you, Lynn! Fuck you!
You were disloyal. I thought we knew each other, but I was wrong.
Go away. I beg you. Locked? This door has never been locked before.
I'm exhausted.
What did they do to you?
You know them. Call him Wyman once upon a time.
Andrea! You're hurting me!
It's part of all of us. And we are all part of the same thing.
I made it. I can do it. I can do it.
Still no news regarding last night's massacre at the peaceful residence of Cervoscuro, where the body of Richard Felton, a well-known notary, was found burnt in his own home. The man who was legally registered as Jennifer Richard Dean Felton and was found completely drenched in kerosene. The body of 38-year-old Gloria Ashman was also found at the scene. She was his personal assistant and a former nun at the Cristo Morente convent. Her body was found mutilated after she was reported thrown out a courtyard-facing window, apparently following a heated argument. The neighbors claimed to have spotted a distinctive woman lurking around the area, having parked a white van nearby.
Did you say Reed? Are you a relative?
More like an old family friend.
Please come in, Miss Reed. Come in. Don't be afraid. I don't bite. What is Reed? A Hun?
Good evening, Mr. Ashman.
You've certainly come a long way. You have gone from simple larceny and battery all the way to homicide and arson. Are you here to broaden your resume?
Do you remember me?
I'll never forget a face. Maybe because I don't have one anymore.
Woken up at last.
Hey!
I barely
calm down.
touched her.
It was just a bad dream.
No! It wasn't a dream!
I found you at the bottom of the stairs. You hit your head and lost a lot of blood.
It was as if you were dead, Jen.
Andrea went crazy!
You must eat or drink something, young lady.
She wanted to kill me!
That's not possible, Jennifer. Andrea was with me.
Here you go. Drink up.
I am sure of what I saw.
Everything is all right now. Calm down.
There was also a large man. He had a strange wooden stick shaped like a spine.
Porcelain.
That man is dead, young lady.
No, I saw him. He was the one who pushed me down the stairs. You called him Wyman.
That thing is no longer Professor Wyman.
Andrea! That man is dead, and has been for a long time. He hung himself. You see, you were just dreaming.
I don't understand.
Jen, you have to calm down now.
You believe me, Lynn, don't you? You believe me, right?
She should get some rest now.
Jen, if you need anything...
I'm here for you.
Say goodbye. Party first from my eye. If you leave me, pretty sure you miss me. If you fly, you lose something in the sky.
Are you new here?
Listen to me.
Excuse me?
Are you new?
I suppose so.
I love that song. Where are you from?
Flemington Girls Institute.
What did you do?
What do you mean?
If you get transferred here, it means you are a real problem.
Listen, I'm not up for making conversation.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, I guess. I was hoping we would get to know each other better. That's all.
I'm into illegal organ and drug trafficking. In my spare time, I exchange sex for cigarettes.
Nice. I was expecting more like controversial political activist, promoter of black slavery and preservation of the Aryan race.
Only in my spare time. Very well, you're right. I'm a real handful. Now, if you will excuse me.
The pleasure was all mine.
You lose something in the sky.
You have to wake up. I beg you, wake up! Shit, they drugged you. Listen, you have to leave. You have to get away from this place.
This story again?
Everything you said before. I believe you. Porcelain and everything else you saw.
You heard Andrea. He hung himself years ago.
It's him, isn't it? Professor Albert Elias Wyman. The same walking stick you were talking about. See? It was all an act. There was no body. And if there had been, it wouldn't have been his.
I don't understand.
There's no time to explain. They know who you are. They know.
Is this what you were looking for?
Mr. Ashman, please, lower that gun.
I don't want to hurt you. It's not my intention.
Why won't you let me go then?
I have no choice, Celeste.
I am not Celeste!
Quit the act! You're the only one who can stop it!
Please, Mr. Ashman, I beg of you, let me go.
You're exactly the same as your slutty mother. That disgusting bitch. Phenoxyl made her lose her mind. She had to get in the way. I loved Ariana. Why did she keep us apart?
Mr. Ashman.
She had to be shown who was the real man. Did she not learn her lesson when I fucked her?